Up to this point in your C++ journey, we've written code assuming the user types the right numbers and files always exist. But real-world inputs are messy. This diagram shows standard C++ code on the left performing division and the execution terminal on the right. Notice there are no safety checks here. When the denominator hits a 0, the operating system panics. The process immediately shuts down with a core dump. A single unhandled anomaly wipes out everything currently in memory. To write professional software, we have to engineer a way for the program to fail gracefully. We quarantine the dangerous operation by wrapping the code in a try statement to monitor for failures. Beneath it, we construct a catch block. This safety net remains entirely dormant unless the try block collapses. Instead of passing an error, the program intercepts the failure, executes our fallback instructions, and keeps the application running. This structure introduces a common scoping mistake, declaring result inside the try block. Reading result in the catch block triggers a compiler error because it is deleted when the try block ends. To fix this, shift the declaration into the broader shared scope. Try and catch are strict architectural boundaries. They enforce standard C++ memory rules without exception. Some errors aren't triggered by the system. Often, the code is perfectly legal, but the data violates business logic, like entering a negative age in a user profile. This if statement checks for bad data. We throw a runtime error, like firing a flare gun with a message. The catch block intercepts it by reference using an ampersand, preventing memory copies. We extract the text using the what function. By separating the throw command from the catch block, you isolate the logic that detects bad data from the logic that cleans it up. Take a moment to test your syntax. Pause the video and finish this age-checking script using an if, throw, and catch. You have 3 seconds. First, we check the condition. Second, we throw the runtime error if it fails. Finally, we catch the exception by reference and handle the output. Getting these elements in the right sequence confirms your baseline mastery of manual exception control. As you reach the end of this 20-day C++ curriculum, you will apply these tools to complex systems managing concurrent processes. Look at this visualization of multiple parallel POSIX threads. If one thread encounters a file read error, it throws an exception, enters its catch block, and shuts down cleanly. Meanwhile, the parallel threads continue executing without interruption. A robust error-handling architecture keeps isolated failures from cascading. This is how large-scale C++ applications maintain stability. Here is your Day 20 cheat sheet. Try is the monitor, throw is the manual alarm, and catch is the dedicated responder. Building logic for perfect conditions is only half the job. You must guarantee your application fails safely when the data turns chaotic.